Hello, boys, girls, and those of you who sexually identify as a 2006 Ford Fiesta. I had a pretty pimp chimpin' day today. There were a lot of very cool parts to this story. It was probably one of the best days I've ever had, no doubt. But before I start, uh, remember that Mr. Lil Feet, my friend, made a comment about my socks on one of his last videos. So I'm just gonna show off my socks real quick. You see this, Lil Feet? I still have my heckin' sexy socks. Okay, sorry, just had to get that out of the way. Okay, no, but okay, so this was like a very epic Chad moment. So okay, how do I even start? Well, I had to go to a church activity because I'm a Mormon. Yes, I'm a nice guy. Frick off. Uh, no, but so we had to go to a lake just for like an activity. And we were having fun and stuff. Oh, freaking hair, God. Uh, no, but so then when I got there, we were like, they were making chicken catapults, and I was like, yo, that's pretty fun, man. So halfway through, we're like discussing some tactical advantages and committing a little bit of corporate espionage, stealing the chicken ammo and stuff. And then we had to, like eat food and stuff, and then talk peace treaties, and then sabotage, and all that good stuff. In war, we won, by the way, obviously, due to our massive intellect. No, but then after that, we were like, we had to go out on the lake in a tube, and that was really friggin' fun. 10 out of 10 would do again. I highly recommend that. And then after we got back off, we thought that it would be an amazing idea to do that again, but on a little tiny like raft on the lake with like 4 paddles. Genius idea. Me and 4 other of my church buddies thought this was the best idea ever. We were all ready to go and stuff. We had our life vests because our parents were yelling at us to put those on. We did, and so and the water. Before I get into this, the water was like 34 degrees. It was freezing. It felt like the Titanic, which I say that because you'll figure out later why that's relevant. And then, but so we started like trying to paddle out there, goofing off because we're idiots, morons, whatever. And then what happened first? There's many things that happened. Gotta think here. We were trying to go to like a boat dock that was like not too far away. And I think, oh yeah, the kid that's kind of he was on the chunky side. No offense, but he was. And I don't remember if somebody pushed him off or something, but he fell off somehow, and then he started floating there as we were floating away towards the middle of the lake in very freezing water, and it started to get kind of concerning because he was literally just laying there in freezing water for like I don't even know how long, but it was a long freaking time he was just laying there. Like, we were worried he was gonna get like friggin' frostbite or some crap, but yeah. So then, we were paddling with our paddles and stuff, and obviously we had lost a man, but we were paddling even better because now our tiny little raft wasn't getting so crazy and stuff, and we weren't worried about going overboard or anything. And then this is like the insane part. We ended up, and I kid you not, the middle of the lake, so far away from shore, so far away. Like, it was like kind of a little scary, bro. We were looking over like, wait a minute, that's pretty far away. And then we were like, uh-oh, we should probably start paddling over there. But the obviously the current and crap wasn't to our favor. It was pushing us out. So that wasn't very Chad of them. But so then one of our buddies pushed me and one of my friends off into the freezing water, and then we were like with the paddles that we had, mind you. He was we were trying to get on, but he was like, "Give me the paddles first," and so we did. And I had flashbacks of some movie where somebody does that, and then they start going away without them. Luckily, that didn't happen, but we all got back on. We were trying to paddle back to shore, which was, mind you, like it looked like it was like 200 feet away. Very far. We were like in the exact middle of a pretty decent sized lake. Yeah, and then I don't know why, but the same guy who's saying to give us the paddles first before getting on, like within 30 seconds of helping us back on, he threw all the paddles overboard, and then he threw himself overboard with them. And then, he was, I don't know why. Nobody knows why he did that. But, then we started floating away from him. And he was like, wait a minute, guys. Wait after me. And then, he had to grab all the paddles. And, jeez, I hope his parents don't hear this. We were using his parents' paddles. And one of the paddles sank to the bottom of the lake. So we lost a paddle. That was a little bit freaky. It was a little bit heinous of the lake to do that, a little bit crazy. But yeah, we were like, this was hilarious, by the way. We were all laughing it was hilarious to us that we were in the middle of the lake and we were making a whole bunch of Titanic jokes and crap, stuff that teenage boys do on there and stuff. And we were we're making progress. We weren't really making progress back to shore because the current was against us. And what happened next? Oh, the boat kind of got a little bit wacky, and then it folded itself in half, and so we were like, "Oh, this is kind of weird." But so it's folded in half, but it's a lot more stable and stuff. And then we were trying to go, and for some reason, the one guy who lost one of the paddles, his name is Max. I don't know why he was in the water. Oh, he went in the water to help us fold the boat. And this is when we saw the most epic Chad thing. The chubby guy had one of the most chimpin things he'd ever done. Probably was so he fell off at the shore when we were going out. This absolute Chad of a man was swimming all the way from the shore to the middle of the lake, 150 feet away, in freezing water. This man's he was an absolute legend. And he got there, and he's a chubby man too. So this is we were all bedazzled that he had even attempted to do this. It was amazing. We were questioning why he would do that because we were stranded out here. And then now there's all four of us back up out here stranded in the middle of the lake in freezing water. And so we think we're starting to paddle even faster since there's four of us now, and we think we're starting to make some progress, and we're not. We keep going back to the same house by the shore. That's not where we're supposed to go, and what happened next? Oh man, there's so many things that happened. We were starting to like make jokes about how there was gonna be some like 20-foot pike that tried to eat us or something or other, and uh, they had to send a boat after us to rescue us because we were like just chilling out here in the middle of the lake, and they were getting worried because we were starting to fade out from view on a tiny raft that could barely hold it, all four of us. There was some water going into the raft for sure, my guys, for sure. And yeah, the funny thing was when they first went out there, they literally went out there to ask if the chubby guy had his life vest on. For some reason, that's all they came out there to tell him. And they were like, all right, yeah, you can paddle all the way back. And then they starting to go away, and then they come, and then we were joking about like, wait a minute, they didn't even come out here to rescue us, and we were like laughing about that. And then they come back and ask him. They ask us if we wanted to be rescued first of all, which was like, yeah, I guess. But also, we were like, wait a minute. But if we paddled all the way back to shore, we would be like epic pimp chimpin' chads over here. Some shrimp pimp chimpin' chads. Uh, that would be pretty cool too, but we were slowly drifting away from shore, so that we thought that was not a good idea. So we got back, we got on the boat, and I don't know why, but so the chubby guy would not get on the boat until the raft was on the boat before him. And we were just like, dude, just get on. Just leave the raft or whatever. We ended up taking the raft and, all that and stuff. Oh, I forgot. When the boat came first over here, we were all just like, yo, what's pimp chimpin', bro? We just vibing over here, and they were very confused. But we were literally just four vibing gentlemen on a slowly sinking raft in the middle of a freezing lake. Yeah, it was like kind of crazy, bros. Pretty crazy. It was a pretty hot situation, not gonna lie. Pretty hot. No, but so then when we got back to shore, we told everybody that was one of the most epic experiences of our lives. It was definitely up there in the top 5 for most of us. And then right after that, we were like, everybody was like, alright, so we're gonna have this watermelon activity where they like rub them up with like wax or some crap like that, or oil or something, and then throw them into the lake, and we had to get into teams of 2 and go fetch the water, and because it was like the watermelons were like super hard to grab since they were like waxed or oiled, so they'd like slip out of your hands and stuff. But me and our team like powered through that. We were like the absolute champions of that. We like were I don't want to be mean to the other team, but we like wrecked them pretty heavily. They got destroyed by our just massive intellect and skill. And we had to do that again. I was starting to get a little tired because this was freezing water we were going in. That was definitely over our height and stuff, but like we were still managing to like win and then some. Like I would grab like the furthest away watermelon, come back, and then help one of my teammates with 2 watermelons and stuff, and I stole a watermelon from the other team member and stuff, and we did some pretty cool epic passes with the watermelons that we won. And then came the watermelon chapter where we all went insane with the melon fever. So we like cracked open the watermelons after we were done with our bare hands and our just raw manpower, okay? And we were just munching on these absolute beauties of foods on the raft we were on for some reason. But we anchored it to the shore this time because we didn't want to repeat. Yeah. And we were all just like going crazy talking about like that one Ice Age scene where they were like the last melon and all that good stuff. Ice Age 2, Ice Age 2, what the fuck? Ice Age 1 I recommend it. Pretty decent movie, pretty decent. But we were making like we were protecting the watermelon stuff. We were like holding it above our heads, but somebody got on because if somebody moved, then the raft would go like crazy and stuff, and it would like there'd be a massive water intake and stuff, and we didn't want no lake water in our watermelons and stuff. And then after a while, I was kind of going a little bit crazy, and it was chanted something about watermelons and eating watermelons and stuff, and they were asking if I was okay, and I just chanted and more and smiled while I was crunching up the watermelon bits in the inside. I had like a whole half of watermelon, like a bowl. I was planning on using this watermelon bowl when I was done as a freaking helmet, as any epic Chad would do, because that is something that every man wishes to do. Every man, I assure you. And I eventually created, I patented this, by the way, so none of you filthy rats can steal this, but I made some epic watermelon soup out there on that raft, and it was beautiful. And I basically became good old Gollum from Lord of the Rings there with my watermelons, like my precious watermelon over here. And I eventually let one of my buddies come up and like put some of his Powerade strawberry lemonade and watermelon flavored in there. Mwah. It was beautiful. That tasted so good. And there was like a little thing that was perfect for just drinking it like that. It was very good. I finished that thing. That was a very nice watermelon. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Would eat again. I recommend it as well. And after that, my mom got there and crashed the party basically. And what happened after that? They were asking why I was chanting something about the watermelon while eating it and squishing it and all that jazz. You know how it is. Good old jazz hands, And then I made some comment about, apparently it was a comment a man would say about the Titanic because they did not approve, and I made a comment about how the main character of the Titanic, the girl, was being selfish and would not let her boyfriend on. And then yeah. Oh yeah, and they were saying whatever.
I stepped out and trying to come out the door, and he was trying to go back, and I stepped out.
That's my dog being a moron right there. Shut up. I'm tired of you, but you're cute. Whatever, I'm trying to make a video. Okay, here, wait. Oh, you want to see my dog? There he is. Say hi. Say hi. He's a bit of a special dog, as in we would call human special like that. You're a different breed, is what we could say. But yeah, so that was a pretty epic chimp day. that was definitely one of my most favorite days ever. That was awesome. I did not get to bring my watermelon hat because my mom was saying, "No, if you're gonna bring that, you're gonna have to walk home." And then we saw a llama on the way back. There was some crazy farmer had a llama. That was pretty epic of him. Not gonna lie. It reminds me of the time I saw a farmer in Iowa with a whole bunch of emus, like ostriches, those birds that the Australians lost to a war. They lost a war to a bunch of birds. Look it up; it actually happened. Uh, but yeah, that was a pretty cool day. Yeah. Then I came home and I almost rage quitted a game of Monopoly. Kai, stop. Sorry.
Okay, stop it. I'm trying to tell them about my pimpin day. Okay.
Alright. Was there anything else that happened? That's an interesting and annoying sound. Hey, Mr. Man who reviewed my potato video. How do you like this ASMR, mister, huh?